What is up, YouTube? And the patch notes for this extended maintenance has been posted. Yes, they went on and did it. They're quite extensive, and they also touch on Fighter Dreadnought, buff to the working on a buff for Soulweaver Warlock, and also much drama about this CLERIC update, the Scattering Light, etc. So they also added expanded developer notes on CLERIC updates, justifying what they did, power interruptions, and they actually expose here that you could do certain thing in the code which is bannable exploit, and that was shown on YouTube. I will not say what it is. You can write it in the comment section. I won't mind. So let's go to the patch notes really quick. We got this continent environment, abyssal hunts, for example. Additional messaging has been added to help group determine when abyssal hunt is on a cooldown, which is actually really good. The Avernus Legacy campaign missions now properly like direct players to Avernus, which is okay because it was directed players to I think where the ship is. I don't remember even the zone, what it's called. And we got now combat and power. So we're going to start with the actual fighter Dreadnaught at will update. Before we start, I do not play any of these classes, and I will not play smart, and I will not just make a cleric and or a fighter Dreadnaught to just talk out of my ass. So fighter Dreadnoughts and clerics, let me know what you think. You are free to talk to vent, to justify, just be respectful to one another. Now, heavy slash no longer allows sliding slash strafing during the animation. Removed. Can be exited slightly sooner without cancelling. In general, should animate more smoothly. Reeve. No longer allows sliding slash strafing during the animation. In general, should animate more smoothly. Developer note. We made a few tweaks to Dreadnought at-wills to try and solve some long-standing animation sliding issues with Reeve and Heavy Slash. We know this slightly lowers the mobility of Heavy Slash. Let me know in the comment section. And we've tried to make it slightly more responsive as a result. So it's kind of experimental. We'll see, or you will see how it works. Now, most interesting thing, Cleric at will update. Blessing of Light. Effects are applied later in the animation, requiring more time to pass before the power can be cancelled for full effect. Scattering Light. Effects are triggered later in the animation, requiring more time to pass before the power can be cancelled for full effect. It's not even a dull effect. I didn't make much mistake there. FX Revised. The power has much less delay before the damage applies and should feel more responsive. Devout and Arbiter Paragons now use the same power timings. Is now considered an area multi-target attacks for triggers like Vistani's Curse. Magnitude increased from 65 to 70. Arbiter Judgment scaling increased from 6.5 to 7. And let me know, is that a lot? Is what it means? Feel free to tell me that. Conflagrate is now considered an area multi-target attack for triggers also like Vistani Curse. Judgment scaling fixed to function like Arbiter powers, and magnitude increased from 130 to 150. Arbiter Judgment scaling increased 5 to 15. And let me know also if that means anything to you. And here are the expanded developer notes on Cleric at-will updates. Two of devout Cleric at-will powers could be interrupted to greatly increase their action point gain, and in the case of Scattering Light, their damage. While most players were only achieving small gains, some players had setups that allowed them to interrupt these powers at rates far above balanced targets. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. We've updated Scattering Light and Blessing of Light such that they can still be interrupted, but provide less benefit for doing so. So they did actually they went on and do it, but they put a delay on it. They updated Scattering Light and Blessing of Light. Scattering Light also had some long delays built into its visual effect and damage components, and with speed, I sped those up and generally tried to make the power more responsive. Power interruption, it's animation canceling. When power interruption, aka animation canceling, as I said, provides small benefits plus 25% over baseline, it is fine. Neverwinter was built on allowing players to interrupt powers with other powers and eking out small gains for clever interrupts. quote unquote, is an important skill expression we want to maintain. Rarely does a single power having strong interrupt potential skew or the overall class balance in any significant way. When power interruption provides large benefits, 50% over baseline, we have an issue. Of course, you have a lot of issues, by the way, Cryptic. The power is functioning very differently from its original design, and unfortunately, Light has a bug or oversight. So this is very, very important that they said this, because this is a fucking this was an exploit, and I'm not gonna say what it is. It's in the code, and I'm just gonna stop there. It's basically binding something. Insert in the comment section if you know what it is. That is allowing it to skew class balance and intent. We understand that some classes are only competitive because specific powers can be interrupted in this way. We're looking at you, Sentinel Slash. Okay. Yeah, you just got called out. And we hope to make those classes slash paragons less reliant on those mechanics when updating them. In the case of devout clerics, we did not feel that their kit was underperforming in a way that justified them also having access to incredibly high action point gateway interrupts on scattering light and blessing of light. We also know that some this is very, very important. Look at this. Sorry about this. We also know that some players were using tools to extremely optimize the interrupts, primarily on PC. This was actually showed on YouTube. This was showed on YouTube. This is a bannable offense. And that is something we do not want to encourage. Well, if you don't want to encourage, then you should have prevent people showing that in the first place. We will be making some improvements to Devout Cleric daily powers in the near future as well, yada yada, expanding their targeting to affect nearby friendlies, not just party members. Other healers such as the Warlock Soulweaver will also be receiving updates, so please. That's really good, actually. Finally, something about Soulweaver. So please understand that we're actively working on buffs and quality of life fixes to healers while simultaneously trying to balance out some rough edges. Items and economy. Food consumables cannot be purchased in bulk. Good. Plus, food consumables has been reduced. And some audio fixes. And those are the patch notes. So please, let me know in the comment section. I don't care about animation canceling whatsoever. I'm totally indifferent. But I feel there's some mighty high hypocrisy over this move. So let me know in the comment section what you think. These are the patch notes, long actual downtime today, 5.5 hours, 6 hours, and that's it. See you soon. Northside is out, and smash that like button, subscribe, and also smash the comment section. Vent, defend, but be respectful to each other. Northside is out.